the messiness in the comments. I just had to get on and do a very short video for y'all because I made a big decision in my life today. And I hope that y'all do make this decision because I've been seeing some wonderful quotes and messages, wonderful stuff for confirmation. So I got donate today. So if y'all want to donate, if y'all want to donate, donate to an institution or a group or give something to somebody that you care about or your teachers. Donate to your teachers today, or donate to a work group or creative group or an educator today. That's what it said, y'all, in the scripture. Um, Turning pro. Okay, those days where you could just keep on doing 10 different thousand things and never become a professional, those days are over. Okay, the creator wants you to become a master in something, to be a pro in something, which means a lot of sacrifices have to be made. I don't like to call them sacrifices because then it seems like they meant as much to you as whatever you're becoming a pro in, and nothing means more than whatever you're becoming a pro in. Only thing it means, even as close as to what you're becoming a pro in, is your kids. Okay, that's it. All right. Thank you very much. Please do not call me your mommy. We're not doing this today. My name is Victoria. We're not doing this. Okay. Boundaries, y'all. Boundaries. 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 You don't know how old I am. Boundaries, y'all. I'm not gonna say it again in the chat. I'm not gonna say it again. Okay? Call me by my name. Hi, Miss Victoria. Okay, women, stop doing that. Stop coming to beautiful women's channels and calling them your auntie and your mommy. You're trying to be slick. Stop it. Stop doing that. Before the female energy falling karma this year. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Okay, don't put years on me at all. I already told everybody. Just because we're both of color or we're both black don't mean you get to call me by auntie or mommy. You still call me by my name. Okay, I know a lot about the spiritual energy. And I have taught y'all so many times on this channel. The reason why you got to stop giving people names like daddy, granddad, auntie, mommy. You're putting years on them. You're manifesting. Words are spell work, y'all. Words are spell work. So if you really want to bless somebody, say words that actually anti-age them. Say words that actually take years off their age. You have to watch what you're saying out here. And I keep telling people this, but I don't understand why we don't want to, in the black community. This is why I don't do the black community YouTube no more. I don't watch the videos in the black community. I don't support it. We do not have respect for each other's boundaries. We think that any old African American is family, that we're cool with a random black person. We're not. You have to watch how you speak out here. Words are spell work, y'all. All language is spells. The black community is so quick to call somebody by other names, but never wishing somebody well. Never saying, I hope you get rich, or I hope your business do great, or may you look young forever. We never speak that type of stuff for each other. But we come up in each other's channels saying auntie, uncle, big bro, granddad, pops. Why are we doing that? No. And women are doing that. Women, I already know you're a woman. I already know you're a woman. Give it a break. I don't look nothing like your mother. I look like me. Now, I don't think I should continue this video because I am real strict now about giving guidance. I'll just die with this knowledge. If the black community gonna stay trifling, then they can go elsewhere, and I'll shut up and still do my work. I'll still get my money. The morning hours is not our time. When you get online in the morning hours, it's the time to listen. It's the time to learn. It's the time to take notes. Not the time to cross emotional or mental boundaries. For real. Because I already been up 3 hours. I already got my work in. I already burnt my frankincense. I already did my praying. I already got my scriptures. I already listened to God. If you ain't done that work, you should not be online. If you ain't done that work, you should not be hopping on no YouTube. Because you're not gonna be mindful with your words, with your spell work. We're all casting spells all day, every day. We can't help it. We can't stop. Because that's what language do. But until you have gotten some groundedness and you have said, I will respect other people's boundaries, and you got yourself to that level, you should not be online. You really do need to be by yourself till you do. And I don't want to hear I was complimenting you. You're not complimenting me, putting years on me. It's never a compliment. Trying to put out there and say I'm older than you, I'm older than you. No, don't try it. Do not try it. I might be older than you as far as time clock, but I can guarantee that my skin probably looks better than yours. Because I respect other people's boundaries, so I don't receive their years. So I don't receive their hard years. When you don't respect other people's boundaries, the karmic energy that you get from them is their hard years. And then you wonder why you're having days where you look old and you look dried up, or you look you look sick. It's because you probably crossed somebody's spiritual boundaries too many times, just with your mouth online. Now, as I was saying, turning pro, and this is serious business. This is a serious time of day. This hour is critical. It's going to make or break the deal for the rest of your day. Boundaries. Set up your own boundaries and respect other people's boundaries. I normally don't get on at this time because I already know how people don't respect people's boundaries between when it gets close to that 10 a.m. time. Here come the people who's not mindful. Here they come. Here they come. They got their mind on the wrong stuff. People who are turning pro, they're not even thinking about their mommy, their daddy, their booze. They're not thinking about none of that. They're thinking about their destiny. They're thinking about their destiny right at this hour. At this hour, they're sitting there thinking about how they're going to go after their life purpose, what they're going to do, what goals they're going to set. Okay, they didn't got their little walk in or exercise in. They didn't ate with her, had a little bit to eat, and they sitting here thinking about how they want to approach doing their life purpose for the day. And that's the energy you need to be in. I normally don't show up at this time, but I told y'all I'm going to stay unpredictable on this channel. Right when people think I'm going to show up at 7 in the morning, I'm not going to show up at that time. I'm going to show up when I sense the energy is desperate and vulnerable, too weak, vulnerable, or too messy, or too blind Today is a day to turn pro. Something could be rebirthed. Something could come back from the ashes. It could be a talent of yours. It could be some sort of creative energy coming in you. You might be being blessed with some sort of upcoming breakthrough. I saw the word abundance twice. Twice. An unexpected surprise. I saw that. And I saw the word success twice. But if you're not being cool and minding your own business like professionals can do, then you're not going to get the abundance. Let me tell you, I saw a quote this morning that said, success is not about what you get. It's about who you become as you're trying to get it. Okay? So when you turn pro, you become somebody, and you normally become somebody better than you are. That's what you should be chasing. That should be your reason for turning pro. To become better than I am. To become somebody. Because once I turn pro, okay, that means I've already decided that I am successful. I didn't turn pro. I didn't decide it. I'm successful. I'm successful. I'm about success or nothing. I'm about success, which means I'm about becoming somebody who is going to be focused on being of service in this world. Because when I turn pro, that's what I'm focusing on. When I turn pro, I'm focusing on making a legendary impact on society in a positive way, in a way that moves society to manifest maybe what I'm manifesting, or to become pro as well. Or I'm motivating them to want to also step into their own power, to believe in something that they stopped believing in, that they could have believed in. I have to show them how. And when you become pro, you accept that lots of things fall away. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. But the good, some bad things fall away too that needed to be falling away, but you couldn't get it to go away. They go away too. The overeating, the binge eating, the unnecessary fights, the unnecessary crying fits, the endless complaining, wasting of money, chasing attention, cell phone addiction, internet, social media addiction, all of that falls away. TV addiction, all of it falls away because you have become pro. So you ain't got to meditate and pray it all away. It will all go away. Whatever's not working for you will go away when you become pro. Okay? Now, always see that what you are doing, if it's not what you want to become pro in, all what you're doing, all it is to fund your professional life. I don't want to be a professional influencer. I'm not interested in being a professional public speaker. I'm just not. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. But I am interested in being a professional writer. And a professional writer doesn't mean just being great at writing, because I'm already great at it. A professional writer means someone who shows up every day, no matter what the weather, no matter what they're feeling like, no matter what they're going through. They show up and they get something done the best they could do it. And they don't let it sit there and wither away. They put it out there for the world to see and for them to get bread. For them to get bread. from it. That's a professional. Not doing this just for fun. Not sitting there writing just for fun. Not singing just for fun. Because that's a huge waste of your time. When you do it just for fun, you're not going to care. You're not going to care how good or bad you are at it. You're not going to care if you're getting any money through it. You're not going to care that you just wasted 3 hours just doing something for fun. Your precious time, 3 hours that somebody would love to have get back, who are sitting in the hospital dying of cancer. But you got those 3 hours and you're just going to treat it like it's just fun. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. What is your excuse for not sitting down for at least 30 minutes a day and being a professional in something? Striving for that. What, you don't got 30 minutes? That 30 minutes surfing and fighting with family members, you could have been sitting down and working on something. That 30 minutes will add up. That 30 minutes add up. I did that for 3 months, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. I wrote 500 pages of great literature that I could actually work with. Literature that a lot of it has some good quality to it. But all I did was take 30 minutes out of my day at the minimum. I don't understand why we can't do that. I'm saying we because it's a common thing in the community of color, and I'm keeping it real. 30 minutes. If you put 30 minutes into editing your videos, if you want to be a professional video editor on YouTube, 30 minutes for 3 days, there's your video. It's probably going to be done. You do that thingy 7 days a week, you got 3 videos you put on YouTube a week with clips and editing and all type of fancy stuff. If you want to be a great photographer, take 10 pictures a day, edit 3 a day. 10 pictures, edit 3. 10 pictures, edit 3. 10 pictures, edit 3. By the end of the month, you got a photography book and you got a bunch of pictures you edited, and they might even be worth money for sale. You can set up your gallery by the end of the month. By the end of the month, you'll have enough photographs. People think a month is a long time. A month is short, honey. Short as hell. People say, I can't do that. That's 30 days. That's a longer way. No, that's a longer way because you're chasing. Professionals don't chase. They don't got time to be chasing. They ain't chasing their honey. They're not chasing their wives. They're not chasing a damn thing. Okay? They're not chasing a damn thing. You got something done good today? That's better than most people. Most people don't do nothing now. They sitting home, blaming everything on the government and society, living off whatever checks they got from 2020 when they cheated the system to get those checks because of the thing that was in the air. But you don't join those people. You don't join those people. You sit your butt down 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day. That's it. That's it. That's it, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it really is that simple. It really is that simple. 15 minutes, 30 minutes reading, 30 minutes creating. 30 minutes studying, 30 minutes creating. Reading is studying for me. I sit down 30 minutes, I pick apart some poems, I pick apart some literature, I study it, I dig into it, and then I sit down and I get to writing. 30 minutes. That's it. You would be amazed how fast that time go by when you mean business when you're writing. When you're making every little word count. The 30 minutes go like that. Like that. And you look and you say, I only wrote 500 words, but you'll see they're pretty good. Because that you didn't care about how long it was. You just wanted to do your best. And you had 30 minutes to do it. 30 minutes to try those techniques that you see other people are trying. Oh, I want to try metaphors, Caesarea, onomatopoeia, this and that. Okay, I got 10 lines down. 10 lines down that are great lines. Great lines. You did pretty good. You're a professional. You're a professional. Okay? Stop chasing this quantity. Professionals are not worried about quantity. They're just worried about quality. That is it. That is it. That's why my videos on the Nebula Ty channel gets 400 views. Like that on a short, and I don't even have that many subs. I got one of my short videos got 1,000 views on it because I focus on the quality in that short little 10-second short. How much can I say? How good can I say it? And how much is it worth? How valuable is what I'm saying in those 10 seconds on that short? This is how you got to be. That's a professional. Okay? And I'm keeping it serious. I done saw the word abundance too many times today. Too many times. Some of y'all can't even get to the point of starting because you're not programmed. You're not programmed. You got narcissists in your mind in the morning. You got ex-boyfriends and ex-partners on your mind. You got your manager and your bosses of your casino job on your mind. No. They get the end. The first 2 hours of your day is programming. Meaning this, whatever you want to be a professional in, you sit there and you just listen. You put up your heroes on TV and you listen to them tell you. Just listen for the first hour. Don't do nothing. Like 40 minutes just listening. Taking notes. Okay? See? And by that, if you do that, I'm telling y'all, for 7 days, for the first hour, the programming will be in you. You will suddenly feel the Holy Spirit push you to take action. Okay? Because your consciousness is full of the voices that have come before you who are successful and all professionals, telling you what to do, teaching you what to do over and over and over and over again as soon as you open your eyes for 7 days straight. You have overflowed your cup with their consciousness. So that means that the Creator must start bringing that to you, whether it's the creative energy of those of those professional heroes you got, or it's for you to take a leap to try and do what they're doing. When you open your eyes, this is going to be one hell of a challenge for some of y'all, but give it a try. Do not step out of bed until you have started your programming. Literally have your TV set on that YouTube video with those heroes, what you want to be a professional in. Have the book nearby. Grab it while you're still in bed. Before you even step out of the bed. Okay? I can explain why it has to happen before you step out of the bed. That is a really, really important lesson, but it's going to be in my workshop. You have been lied to. Step out of bed, go write down your goals, sit down at the table, write, and then meditate. No. The programming begins before you step out of bed. Okay? Hi, everybody. Before you step out of bed, if you ever look at the rich people, some of them are still in bed with their OJ and their tea, looking at the stock reports. Look, they're opening their stuff, reading whatever, reading their newspaper, and because they're programming their mind while you're getting You're jumping on the last window of mental programming. They're already programmed. But when you get programmed, the rich people are already programmed. And the professionals are already programmed. If you're getting programmed at 10, 11, or 9 a.m., that's when you're doing your mental programming, you're late. Your mental programming should be at least by 6 a.m. Not jumping out of bed to work out, not jumping out of bed to kick clean and do a whole bunch of stuff around the house, or to argue or to talk to your family about problems. No. You're laying in that bed doing your mental programming. Okay? Raising your vibration. Don't even get out of bed until your vibration is raised. No one is worthy to get out of bed, which is like getting out of the grave, until their vibration is raised. Okay? So I helped y'all a little bit. When you lay down, you're laying down until you lay down at night. If you lay down during the day, you're laying down to connect to the people who can program you. Your program is falling apart. You need a program boost. Run to the programmers. Run to your heroes. Ready to give up? Run to your heroes. Run to the people that did it before you, or that's doing it and doing pretty good at it. Run. Start glamorizing needing help. Glamorize it. Ooh, I need so much help with this. Glamorize it. You don't have to tell nobody. A professional don't have no problem asking for help. A professional say, I don't know, let me go get the book, so I'll know what I need to know. A professional says, I don't need to know that, so I don't want to know it. I don't need to know all this stuff coming up on YouTube. Is it what I'm doing professionally? No, I don't need to know it. It's really none of my business. I don't care how curious I get. Sometimes our curiosity is a demon making you curious, saying, yeah, go ahead and watch it. Don't you want to know? Aren't you curious? Yeah, because the demon don't want you to put the right stuff in your head, the stuff that you need. That's why the demon wants you to be curious of all this stuff on here. Start before you listen to people say, why do I need to listen to this? Is it useful for what I'm doing right now? Is this actually useful with my mission? No, it's not. I cannot play this video. I don't care. I don't care if I like the person. I don't care if they fine. I don't care. Because they're getting their abundance. They're getting their views. They're getting their money. And you're sitting there still with the same. Listening to something that you do not need at the present moment. Because you're thinking lack. Oh, I might miss out. How are you going to miss out? You don't need it. You'd only miss out if you didn't watch it and you needed it. You don't need it. What you need is whatever's going to keep you as a professional. That's what you need. You need this. Someone who's telling you, stop wasting your time and get up and do something. Stop wasting your time. Get up for 30 minutes to try to be a professional in something that you know you want to be. Everybody got something that they wish they was a professional in. Everybody got something they didn't dreamed about over and over and over and over and over and over again that they kept imagining and fantasizing about. Reason why they kept watching that movie because that person was doing what they're dreaming about. Just take 30 minutes. 30 minutes out of your day for 12 months, and I guarantee you're leaving a lot of people in the dust. You're leaving a lot of people in the dust. If you're a writer, you write for 1 hour a day for a year straight. I guarantee you're gonna have a lot to work with. You're gonna have written some stuff that's good in a book for sure, most likely. People say a year is too long. No, it's not. It's actually pretty short. It's short when you go pro. As I said, it's short when you won't believe how fast the time will go when you go pro. that when you're not pro, when you have those downtime, you're going to say, wow, this is a long time. When you ain't creating, when you take an hour or two a day to not do your professional stuff, you're going to feel like that's the longest hour in history. You'll be like, wow, I'm used to the time going faster than this. Like, for real. And I really hope y'all realize it. That if you say you're going to go pro, you're thinking about it, and you're wasting time. When you finally go pro, you're not going to have that much time, because it's going to go so fast as you're being pro. You could have produced way more if you would have stopped thinking that you need 5 years to do it. If you would have just went ahead and did it a little bit every day, you would have probably would have produced more over 20 years. But the more longer you sit there and you think that it's too late, the more it gets too late. It will eventually get too late. Something may happen to you where you can't do it, or it'll be too late for you to create as much as you could have created. It's never too late. The time is always now. The time is always now to be pro. The time is not after you done arguing, after you done got skinny, after you done got more money, after you done got a better home. That's not the time. The time is right now. The time is not when you get sick of saying you're going to do it and never doing it, and not keeping promises to yourself. That's not the time. The time is right now. The moment you know, you already know. You already know what you want to be a pro in. If you know what you want to be a pro in, the time is right now. You don't need the answers right now. You need the answers along the way. You don't need to consume all the information at once and then get busy with the pro activities. No, you need the answers along the way. Along the way. Oh, I don't know how to use a semicolon. Let me go on Pinterest to see how to use a semicolon. Oh, I'm having trouble structuring this. Let me go ahead and post this for critique and feedback and see what people say. But if you're still making all these excuses, if you're still using the excuse, you don't got time, you work too much, no, give it a break. You know you got time to be online an hour a day. Go look at your time. Go look at how much time you spend online on YouTube. And then you'll know that you're full of crap when you say you don't got time to take steps to become a pro. You have time. You're scared. And professionals, they don't care about fear. They still do it scared. They say, well, it has to be done regardless. So scared or not, still got to do it. Still got to do it. No one's going to come do it for me. No one's going to become a pro for me and then somehow transfer all the power to me after they didn't put in a year becoming pro. No, they're going to keep whatever they got. It's 30 people in here. You don't know how to turn pro? Read Stephen Pressfield's book and other books on becoming pro, and read them about 15 times. First hour of your day, as soon as you open your eyes, click it on. If you can click on the book before you open your eyes, while you're still in dreamland, while you're still in the dream world, click on the book, or tell a family member, click it on while my eyes are still shut. I haven't even opened my eyes for today. Okay, I'm going to travel to where I am a professional at, time I'm a pro, while I'm listening to this book programming me to turn pro. How serious do you want? How much do you want it? You have to be willing to go to drastic measures. You might have to go ahead and only wash up for 4 days because you getting it. You in it. You in that sweet spot. You in there for hours and hours and hours working on that. That all you got time for is a wash up and some oatmeal, some a protein bar. You have to want it that bad. You have to want to be that person. It's not just about what that person get. Glamorize being that person. Glamorize having their life. It's so glamorous. It's so glamorous being a professional creative writer, a poet. Yeah. Great poets are always liked, even when they're drunk, even when they're high. Everybody likes a great poet. Great poets, they seem so unbothered. They're not chasing materialism. I want the peace they have. See, I that's how I say I glamorize. I glamorize how great writers have such a minimalistic life besides books and a typewriter. That's glamorous to me. It don't have to be glamorous to you. What is glamorous to you? What's glamorous to you? Living in an 8-bedroom home with certain things? Okay, artifacts and whatever. Okay, maybe you're living in a maybe you're a historian or an archaeologist. That's why you want a home that has certain things in it. Well, glamorize being a historian. Glamorize it in your head, or archaeologist. I glamorize hanging out where the journals are, hanging out where the journals are, hanging out where the pens are, hanging out where the poets are. That's glamorous to me. Some people may think that's obsolete. Ooh, that ain't nothing glamorous about that. Well, that's your business, but it's glamorous to me. The more I glamorize it, the more I will want to be that person. The more I will want to be that person, the more I will do what they did to become that person. You don't have to glamorize doing what that person is doing. All you got to do is glamorize the life of that person. It's glamorous, and you know what you didn't get as a child. That's how you figure it out. What didn't you get as a child? That's a big part of why you would glamorize being a person. Saying, I want to be a professional like that person. As that person, I want to be a professional at being that person. But this is why. Something to do with my childhood. Something to do with my childhood. Go back to your childhood. If you don't know what God has chosen for you, what the creator, what this galaxies, the galaxies has chosen for you energetically in abundance to be, while you are in that body on this earth, a celestial being in your body, then you need to go back to your childhood and find out where did it all began somewhere. The spark began there. You turned your back on it, or you was misled or confused or distracted or made to fear it. Go back, like Will talk. Go back to your childhood. For me, I always wanted to see more of the world. I was always an observer. I was always the child that liked to watch people observe and study things. I always wanted to see so many things. I really enjoyed going to the museum. It was like my favorite place to go. I like to study people. I was into studying people, objects and things like that. And I absolutely loved books. My favorite gift was my mother paid for me to join a book club. I couldn't wait for Christmas to get all Linda Lewis's books. I liked Linda Lewis growing up. Love stories, romance, Harlequin, all of them. I didn't care what was under the tree as long as my books and my pencils were under there. My mother always bought me a big set of pencils and books. And years later, when I was in the most hopeless state, I said, I want to go back to my childhood. I said, why would I want to go back to my childhood? When I started saying I wanted out of this time period, I wanted to go back to my childhood, I knew there was something special there. Regardless of the drunks, the drug addicts, the alcoholics, the gangs, the violence, I knew there was something special there. And then I remember drawing. I remember drawing, working with colored pencils and watercolor paints. And I remember writing for my school magazine, and I was so excited to write for the school newspaper magazine. Like, it was like, I thought I was famous, y'all. I was so excited to run home and say, Mom, I'm writing for the school newspaper. I was so excited to take Shakespeare in high school. I was raising my hand. I was just so excited to be chosen to play Hamlet, and I was a female. And the teacher told me that sometimes the men played women in the plays and women played men. That's how Shakespeare did it. So I was Hamlet, even though I was a woman. That was like, I felt like I won a prize. You know, and when I go back to that, I'm like, okay, it was there. That feeling of what I'm supposed to be a professional in, it was there. Okay? Somebody said they went to college. What does that got to do with being a professional? I went to college. We're talking about a professional, your life, your lifestyle, your life choices has to be in alignment with being a professional. If you needed to go to college and your college teacher needed to tell you to show up every day, go to school, whatever, then you probably wasn't even supposed to be a professional in that. Nobody has to tell me to sit down and write. Nobody has to tell me to write songs. Nobody has to tell me to write my books. But people had to say, go to college, go get a degree. See, no one had to tell me to go sign up. No one has to motivate me to take a writing class. No one has to. Because I've reached the point where I'm a professional. I'm a professional. It has become a part of who I am. I've watered that image of myself. It is nurtured and is grown in me. I don't need a mommy or a daddy to keep me on track. I just need the passion. I just need what Earl Nightingale talks about, the burning desire. I need the spark that I have been holding on to for years. I just need to remember what it feels like. I just need to remember what it feels like when I was doing it. What I felt like when I was doing it, I felt immortal. I felt exactly what the angels feel. Spacious. I'm all space. There's no pain. There's no fear. There's no worry. There's no worrying about time. I'm just all space. I'm my whole celestial being when I'm doing it. Long as I remember that, it'll get easier for me to do things that would say I'm a pro. Okay? All right. If you don't feel celestial when you're doing it, then you know that you're doing it not because you've been celestial chosen for it. You're doing it because you know where you can get when you do it. You know what others have got through doing it, and that's really why you're doing it. And if that's why, you'll never be pro with it. You'll never be pro with it. You'll never. You have to know what you feel like when you're doing it. Okay? You have to know that you have abandoned your body. If you do not feel that when you're doing it, and if you're trying to do it, I'm trying, you don't even care about getting the skills, and it's not coming natural. Once you get the skills, it should be fluid through you. And when you do it, it should be natural. Once you get the skills. If you're still fighting with it, you're not celestial in it. You're not going to be pro. You're not going to be pro. When people talk about talent, they're talking about celestial power. Okay? There's sparks in you already. Before you was even born, that celestial power that comes through once you start to learn, once you start to get the skill set, work on the skills, it will naturally come through. And if that's not happening, then you'll never strive to be a professional in it, because you're dealing with anxiety. You're dealing with anxiety when you don't have the celestial power in it. And your body will always keep you from being a pro in something that gives you anxiety. It doesn't matter if you went to college for it. That's getting deep, y'all. All right, so I hope y'all turn pro. I got to get ready to go, y'all. This hour is too precious to waste arguing and fighting in the comments. I'm not doing it, y'all. I already know. People start smoking their weed. People start doing their drugs, and they get on YouTube at this time, and they want to have intellectual fights because they think that the weed made them wiser. And I don't have time for that. So I'm going to go ahead and go, y'all. Have a wonderful day. See y'all later. Bye.